In this episode,
we leave Isla Rosarios in the night, almost hit a reef. We get boarded by the Colombian Coast Guard and arrive in Panama. But first, this is me, Kim. There is Bart, and here is Liz, our little explorer. We sold everything to explore these beautiful places with our tiny 33-foot sailboat, Tranquillity. The last time we left Colombia, but it was not that easy. We had to tackle a few obstacles before we could set our sails again. Wow, we have arrived in paradise as a pit stop. We will leave tomorrow night, but for now we really enjoy the water and a swim after a night passage. It's so refreshing, really nice. And now we are prepping some lunch, and Tatus gave us a piece of bread, so we will try that one. Nice. Because the Zamblas do not have big supermarkets, we stacked up in Colombia, and now we can have a big lunch with fresh fruits and veggies. At sea it's not possible to have lunch at the table, but here we can. What a benefit of a pit stop! In the afternoon we decided to visit Isla Grande in this archipelago. We were allowed to dock our dinghy at an empty hotel. We did not dare to film, it felt strange to be at this hotel. But we could visit the village. It was quiet and I felt like trespassing, but without need, because the people were really friendly and welcoming. Before the sun set, we went back to our boats. Good morning, waking up in paradise. We are still in Islas Rosarios, and we will leave this midnight, I think, around 3 a.m. We will look for the weather later on and check, but for now it looks like that's the time to leave. Quite exciting because we need to go over the reef here. But we have our track, so we will follow the track we went in to get out again. But now we enjoy this small piece of paradise for a little longer. What did you find?
I'm just starting actually to read the Panama cruising guide, and this is all information about the Zamblas Islands and Panama and the canal and the other side, the Pacific side. It's from Eric Bauhaus. He's probably the only one who has made detailed information about especially the Zamblas Islands. We also have a navigation chart from him on our OpenCPN, and because Navionics is not detailed enough to cruise in the Zamblas Islands, so then you would probably hit a reef. So it's very nice. It's normally since Europe we don't really use a pilot. That's what a book like this is called. But because there's not much information about San Blas, it's really nice to have a pilot where everything is in there with detailed pictures and nice chart. But it's from 2010, so I don't know if the prices are still accurate. Liz,
Yes,
what are you going to do?
I'm going to swim.
Are you going to swim, but with who? Are you going to swim alone or with mommy and daddy?
Yeah.
Alone.
Is it good? Ik denk dat er wel heel koud is.
Jij gaat er wel inspringen.
Nee, dat wordt het ook koud.
Je moet nog even het trapje naar beneden laten vallen. Dus kun je er niet uitkomen. Ja, doe maar.
Little Miss
So-
Independent decided to go for a swim by herself. Well, we had a coffee at the swimming
zo.
platform to keep an
Wat ga je
eye.
nu doen?
Zwemmen. What are you doing?
Yeah, what are you doing?
I love the swim.
Are you swimming?
Yes.
Without your mom and dad?
Afterwards, we go to the reef with Tatus for a little swim. This is so far the best break during a passage ever. We really enjoy this part. Strange to think we will leave tonight. Time to get back to our boat for some rest and dinner. Tonight at 3 a.m. we will leave this bay. We want to arrive early in the morning in Puerto Obaldía, and that is why we will leave in the middle of the night. Quite exciting to do this and pass the reefs.
Puerto Obaldía is on the lee shore. Chances are the waves and swell from the Caribbean Ocean back up at Puerto Obaldía. There's no wave breaker or anything, so we need to anchor there. There's no harbor. We need to anchor there and go by dinghy to shore to check in. This is not an overnight anchorage, so we want to be there in the morning when the winds are low, anchor, go to shore, check in. It would take you approximately 2 hours, and then go back to the boat and leave, and then we go along the coast of Panama up to the first islands of the San Blas. Honey, what are you doing?
Stowing. We
What
have
time is
the
it?
craziest idea to leave at 3 o'clock in the morning. So we just slept in our bed. Now that's full of stuff again, and preparing the saloon.
So a bit exciting because this anchorage we came in and there's a reef in front of it, so you have to go over the reef, and it's okay because clearance is more than 2 meters everywhere. Well, not everywhere. So we are following our track that we had when we got in here, to be sure that we don't go a different route where there is no clearance. We sail slow, and hopefully it all goes well. Made it 90 centimeters under the keel. That was the most. Hij zegt nu 0,2.
We almost hit the reef. I was eyeball navigating at the bow. Bart thought we had passed the reef and started to talk to the camera, so he did not hear me yelling at first.
Alright, we're out. There was still a little bit of coral left, and I thought we were already out. So that one went up to 0.1 meters. It was very close, but we made it. Morning again. So a bit of a weird start. We didn't do that often. Leaving in the middle of the night. I had some good hours of sleep before we left. So that's okay. It's calm on the ocean. 4 knots of wind. So unfortunately we have to use the engine. It's pretty common in this area that there's not that much wind. Doing 5 knots, a little bit above 5 knots, so there was a little bit of current with us. It should be going against us, so that's why we took a course a little bit in a not in a direct line. So we're gonna go a little bit to shore and then in a straight line to prevent coming into a very big current.
Sun is setting again, and we will make some dinner, but we are sailing with Eclipse and Thetis, and Eclipse is 8 miles in front of us. They left a little bit earlier this night, and they just contacted us on VHF that they had a Colombian Coast Guard on board. So yeah, they probably inspect all the boats because of the border with Colombia and Panama, I think. So they have a power boat. Now we will wait how long it will take until they enter our boat. I think that is the Coast Guard. They are approaching Thetis. And I think there they are approaching us. I hear... My heart is pounding. They are approaching now. I hear the boat, so yeah, it's quite exciting actually.
Here, this is the first time since we left the Netherlands that we've got an actual control on board. So they came by, asked us to if they had permission to come on board. I know that you can refuse, but then they will say, yeah, you're in Colombian territory, so go to shore, and then we'll board. It's calm now, calm weather, so no problem. And the skipper of this boat was very good in maneuvering, so he maneuvered the boat alongside our lee side of the boat, and then one guy, I helped him a hand, stepped on our boat, and then he did all the checks, all our documentation, passports, and he wanted to look inside, just looking around.
Took some photos?
He took some pictures of us, and or at least of our documents, and then he left again, and it was very well. It wasn't nerve-wracking or anything. It was just a nice, friendly Colombian guy.
It's dark again, and we are having headwinds, but 7-8 knots of wind, but we're making good speed, like 5.5. So and no waves, easy sailing. This is nice. This is really nice. Let's see if it stays this way during the night, or that we get more wind, or just that it will fall dead again. We have a very clear sky, so I was just with the app looking at the stars, which constellations are above us. Yeah.
But we don't have to sail that fast because
yeah, we don't have to. Otherwise we will reach Puerto Baldia during night. So somewhere we have to slow down, but for now we enjoy the speed and the smooth sailing.
Got a call from Eclipse. They have fouling in the prop and the engine stopped working, so if I could stand by. And he's in the water now and trying to get the dirt off the prop. I hope it's gonna work out. Here you see what happens when you're not sailing. No, you don't have power and you're in a big swell. Your little tiny boat is like subject to the rolling of the waves. It's not very nice to be in a boat that doesn't move.
Eclipse managed to get the engine working again. There was a complete palm tree in the prop. So we can continue again. 1 hour to go, and then we are in Puerto Baldia. The Panama coastline is also really pretty. Covered in jungle and yeah, it's stunning, those hills.
In the next episode, we arrive in San Blas or Cunayala. Is it the paradise we were waiting for or overrated?
Well, this was it. If you have any questions, please let us know.
And for now, goodbye and thank you very much for watching. Fair winds to you all.